Hello everyone, and thank you so much for tuning into this channel. To be completely honest with you, I don't even know how to start this video, so I guess we'll go right at it. Legends of Runeterra is basically shutting down. If you haven't read the Riot unfortunate message to all the players, the base of it, the TLDR, is Riot had to lay off so many employees. I believe it was around 500 employees, if I'm not mistaken, and basically 11% of the workers. And unfortunately, Legends of Runeterra, wasn't profitable enough, which we knew that already. It's not anything new. We knew it for like a year and a half now. And yeah, basically the game is shutting down. They're going to refocus on the PvE aspect of it, so the Path of Champions. The PvP is officially dead. And I guess they're only going to release the next few expansions they already had down the pipeline, and after that, the game's gone. So there's a lot to talk about, and there is a lot, for this, to talk about this channel, obviously, which is really new. I wasn't even uploading for like a year. And that's really unfortunate. Straight up, I read this post, with tears in my eyes. Like, honestly, this is the worst thing that could have happened to me as a small-time creator with almost no fan base that just tried to make Legends of Runeterra content. That is the most horrendous thing that could have happened. But it's not about me. It's about a lot of good, honest developers that worked about this game so diligently and made such a good game come to life and brought the Runeterra universe into a card game, which is, of course, it's a niche, market, but still, they have been laid off, and that's unfortunate. That sucks. That is really, really bad. Obviously, I'm not gonna read all of this. You should definitely read this if you're a Legends of Runeterra fan. But again, just like I said, the game is basically dead, and there will be no more PvP, only PvE. So, obviously, they've left, but yeah. So, the reason I'm making this video is because I want to share my thoughts with you about the game and the future of this channel, as it used to be. It's not a strictly Legends of Runeterra channel, but this used to be my main thing, and how we're gonna go forward from here. Now, I know this video will come a bit later than the other video about this announcement, but I had to take my time with this one. I had to think. I read every single Reddit thread on the subreddit just to get the feel of people's opinions right now and what do they think. And yeah, that just sucks, dude. I think I can say for everyone, every lore player ever, we knew this was coming. The game should have been dead 2 years ago. Honestly, there are 3 main reasons for this. One reason is lack of monetization. The monetization in this game is horrendous, and I mean it, and it's gonna sound super weird. The game is just too generous. It's honestly too generous. The fact that you don't have packs you need to open, you just like straight up get your cards through maybe the only thing that's worth buying is the battle pass. The skins are overpriced and there are no packs to open. I think the Magic the Gathering monetization is honestly the best one, because you can still get people to buy it, but it's still relatively cheap. You get a lot of value for the packs. But Legends of Runeterra was too generous. It couldn't hold its own weight, and that's really unfortunate. The monetization was definitely too generous, which feels so weird to say. I mean, it was so good. But obviously, when you have monetization this generous, people aren't going to buy skins, especially when they are this expensive. And yeah, that's basically one thing. The second one is advertisement. The advertisement for this game was absolutely non-existent. Even me, as a player that played this game for over 2 years now, I heard about this game from a board game channel, dude. Like, I haven't heard about this game any other way. I think the advertisement for this game is so lacking, and if you compare it to League of Legends and Teamfight Tactics, where I heard about this game numerous times from numerous sources, honestly, Legends of Runeterra got 0 advertisement, and it's so unfortunate, because this game is truly the best card game in existence. And yeah, again, just truly 0 advertisement. And the third and the most important reason, and that's the real reason why the game actually shut it down, the game is just bad. The game hasn't been fun. The game wasn't fun in the past 2 years. I think, again, I said before, Legends of Runeterra is on paper the best card game in existence. But it has been ruined by simply not being fun for the past 2 years with crappy design, lame champion like Nora and Nilla, and all of the champion, and Samira, and all of the champions that I basically ever, feel like I complained about. Listen, I'm not like a card designer, but I know a good card design. I played Magic the Gathering. I know what a good card design is. And the fact that they did Legends of Runeterra so dirty with such really bad champion design that focused around RNG and not printing any fun cards, not making any sideboard, which honestly I don't think it's that difficult. Just make a sideboard. It's honestly not that bad. There's so many good cards that could go into a sideboard, but I guess it doesn't matter now, but they should have done this. I feel like there's so many ways you could have designed cards that are fun for the player and fair, but instead it feels like they have no idea what they're doing in terms of designing cards. And honestly, all that I've seen in the past 3 years is more and more people quitting, more and more big names are leaving the game, even though some of them returned, like Mogwai. But yeah, the game just simply hasn't been fun. I think if the game was fun, it would have been successful. But the fact is, it just wasn't fun. That's honestly all it comes down to. I think the patches consistency were great, but the fact that we only got 3 champions, which I kind of understand, because they lack the budget, but it's fine. If we get 3 champions, you really need to make them good. You can't afford to make mistakes. And the champions are bad. If you're looking at every single champions they released, it could have been easily fixed or easily become a fun champion, but instead they choose to keep like toxic champion inside the game. And they had such an amazing opportunity with rotation to basically fix every problem the game had, and instead they just created way more problems with keeping champions like Karma, Fizz, and, a Seraphine, basically all of the cancerous champions that everyone played to hate against and everyone complains about, but they refused to fix the problem. And yeah, now the game is dead. So, honestly, I think this is the main culprit of why this game haven't succeeded. The secondary one being the monetization was too generous, but honestly, we knew this was going to happen. This is so unfortunate. The game could have been so much better than this. This should have been the opposite. The game should have been possibly one of the most, honestly, one of the money makers of Riot. I mean, look at Hearthstone, look at Magic. They're making millions upon millions easily, and Hearthstone is a dog shit game. And I've played Hearthstone for 5 years, ever since release, even more than 5 years possibly. I played from release, from literally vanilla Hearthstone all the way until Descent of Dragons. And I sunk a lot of money in Hearthstone, believe me. So, I know Hearthstone is not a good game compared to Legends of Runeterra. But Hearthstone was fun, which is... I know, it sounds weird, but Hearthstone was actually fun. Legends of Runeterra in the past 2 years has never been fun. I've honestly so pissed at Riot designers just making this poor decision. This game should have been such a huge moneymaker. Honestly, they should have just put someone else in charge. It has to be said. I mean, right now, I'm pretty mad. So I'm trying not to say things I might regret later. And I know some of you may, dislike the video right now and turn it off, and that's totally fine. But that's the truth. That's my truth. The game was just bad. It wasn't fun in the past 2 years at all. And it could be easily fixed. The rotation was total and utter garbage. Every single champions they actually made stay in standard was complete dumpster fire. They haven't fixed old forgotten champion like Master E and Udyr, which I've begged for and ever since they were released. And they're so easily fixed as well. It's not like you need to change their entire mechanic, just giving them a few buffs here and there, but they refuse to do so. Honestly, it feels like the entire design choices were just weird. Were just really bad. And of course, don't let me even start talking about Kennen and Nora, which are completely garbage, and all of these champions that were released, and again, total and utter garbage, especially Mordekaiser and Elder Dragon right now, which just goes to show, just keeping up the trend. And yeah, we can go on, but I honestly don't want to make this into a trash talk post. This is actually really, really sad. But I do feel like they could have done way more to save this game. I think this game should have been one of the top money makers of Riot. It definitely shouldn't have died, and that's like that frustrates me, man. That's frustrates me. That's all I can say. Okay, and now basically in terms of what this channel, you know, is going to go on from now. And how am I going to continue? Well, as you've seen, I knew Legends of Runeterra was dying before, you know, obviously this release, everyone knew this was coming. So I already prepared my channel for kind of like a safe landing when the day finally comes. And yeah, I'm experimenting with a lot of different uploads right now. So if you don't care checking out these uploads, I would really appreciate it, because I do put my heart and soul into them and I think they're really, really fun. Obviously, I upload variety. And I think the main thing I'm going to go from with this channel is playing Magic the Gathering. I think this is the obvious option because I still do love card games, and Magic the Gathering is super fun. Also, the next expansion is gonna be sick, the Murder at Karlov Manor. It looks so sick. I watched the spoilers. Honestly, it looks phenomenal. So I'm going to create content for Magic. That's gonna be my main focus, but I'm gonna upload variety all the time, so be ready for that. But yeah, that's an end of an era. This is like, I'm about to cry, dude. I'm holding out tears right now, but yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's basically all I have to say. I hope this video wasn't long enough. I didn't want to make it like too long. I just wanted to state my opinion and, you know, my frustration and to vent out a bit. So apologies if I hurt anyone feeling here, but it had to be said. Legends of Runeterra had such a good run. It's been a phenomenal game, and I cannot believe I'm actually talking about it in past tense. It almost feels surreal. I only left to wait. I didn't see other streamers' reactions and content creators. I really want to see their reaction and see what they think about. But yeah, thank you guys so much for supporting this channel and elevating it to the point that, you know, it's here now. But yeah, that's all I have to say. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys will enjoy my other videos just as much as you love the Legends of Runeterra videos. And I'll catch you on the next one.